is up, everybody? Good evening. I'm Jacquis.
I'm Josh.
And I'm KP. Welcome to the Nightly on Hatch, a slumber party for pop culture lovers.
Oh, look at us.
All three of us? This is so nice.
This is beautiful.
It's crowded in the pillow fort.
It is. It is. And we all look great.
We look great. We feel great.
Yes.
Yeah.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good. It's so nice to see you.
I know. Me and KP are, West Coasting it up.
We've been
but
holding
you
it
are,
down.
You are here. You are ready.
I'm ready. I'm very excited to be here. It's been really nice.
When'd you get in?
On Monday afternoon, I was with my in-laws out in the desert all weekend.
Yeah.
And then we took off Monday morning and got here. It was really nice.
I love it. I don't expect you to answer this if the answer is no, but do you get along with your in-laws?
I do.
Okay.
I really like them. They're so sweet and lovely. But I do like being back kind of on my own routine.
Oh,
Yeah.
certainly.
Like, I feel like, especially as someone who is like so chaotically freelance professionally, and my wife as well, just having like anyone else be like, and here's when we're eating breakfast, and I
Right.
just become a child. I'm like, I don't wanna.
100%. Jacquis, have you ever hated like a partner's parents? Or not gotten along?
No, I haven't. No, I've never hated. I've never. Well, let me tell you about this one. No, I've never actually hated anybody's parents that I've dated. I mean, I was in a very long relationship, like a 14-year relationship. So at a certain point, you go through the growing pains of that. So it was never like a love-hate type thing. It was always love. There were moments where I was like, you know what? I think I'll stay home.
Yeah, totally.
Because like when you first start dating someone and you start, and it gets serious, and you start to meet their family. When you're there with them, you are in their customs and things like that.
For sure.
But then as you get deep into your own relationship and you start to get your own customs, now when you go to each one of your parents' house, you are taken out of your like thing.
Comfort zone.
Yeah. And so that was always interesting for me.
And you're not really allowed to like talk to them like you would talk to your parents. Like when my mom tells me
For
something that I'm
sure.
like, Mom, that's a crazy idea. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
But when your partner's parents say it, you have to be like, oh,
Yeah,
oh.
how did you come
Yeah.
to that conclusion? That's interesting.
Huh, okay. You're not allowed to be like, oh, get out of here, Mom.
Yeah. So will you stop? Dang.
My wife and I are both like pretty mindful of like if we're spending a lot of time with the other one's family, going like, hey, if you need to take a walk, if you need to take a nap, just tap out and I will cover for you. It's totally fine.
Yes.
That's so good.
Yes.
Like having those cues together is amazing. I remember one time too, because in my family, like if we are watching something and we don't like it, we'll just be like, man, that was bad. That was a steaming pile. But one time, an ex's brother who worked at a movie theater took us to go see District 9,
Oh, yeah.
which was a trash movie. I hated it.
That's an interesting
I'm
take.
so sorry.
No, please,
I'm
please.
so sorry.
Please.
I mean, maybe that's too strong of a take. I didn't love it.
Sure.
And I said, like, as the credits were rolling, that was kind of boring. And boy, did he get upset.
Oh, he's like, you don't say anything negative
Come
about
on.
a movie.
He was like, because I brought you here, and
Okay,
this was
well,
my treat. And I was
He
like,
didn't make the movie.
okay.
He didn't direct District 9.
No.
And I was like, oh, so I gotta be cognizant of that.
Interesting.
That's really funny. Right, if you had brought your family and they to the movie and they all came out and were like, I hated this, you'd be like, yeah, well,
Of
okay.
We would have
course.
been like, man, that was trash. And we was like, yeah, it
Yeah.
was. But, those are the growing pains. But you know what? Before you get to the growing pains, you first got to go on the dates.
That's right.
You gotta show
go
up.
on the dates. You got to show up for the dates. So how about we do something called It Happened One Night? Because tonight we're going to share some internet interesting dating stories. And we guys are going to share, all of us together, if we think these stories are red flags, green flags, or maybe a little bit in between, a little beige flag, you know? Are you guys ready to do this?
I love this segment. I
do love this.
I really like just seeing what you guys are up to. You guys are wild.
Hey, listen, y'all wild. Y'all wild.
Crazy.
After my long relationship and I got back into the dating world, I was like, oh, I haven't dated since George Bush was in president, was in office. Like, this is a different world out here. All right, here we go. The guy and I had been talking for a few weeks when he asked me to go secondhand store shopping.
Great.
I'm in. He picks me up in the morning, and his driving is scary. But shopping was fun. We have similar senses of humor, so lots of laugh. We go get lunch, and other than his driving, he's a little hyper. Great conversation. Okay, we'll stop there. Before we get to the end of the story, are there even any flags that are popping up?
There's some flags.
There's some flags. Okay, what's the flags?
I mean, the green flag is, I think thrifting sounds like a very fun date.
Yeah.
I like that.
And great conversation. Green
Great
flag.
conversation. He picked you up. Those are all green. Red, I really just don't like a bad driver, a fast driver. There's something just like dangerous.
Yeah.
It's a little scary. I really am
Okay.
like, you gotta just be mindful when there's somebody else in your car and
That's
drive
fair.
right.
That's fair. I will push back on that.
Please.
Because there are all types of drivers, and I also would be annoyed in the car with a slow, bad driver who is like, don't know how to merge, don't know how to
Of course.
Because this could be I like to go fast, and this driver was like painfully slow.
To quote Tim Robinson, not everyone is good at everything, and driving isn't the only thing.
I feel beige.
I'll go beige, but like I could upgrade it to red.
You could
Or
upgrade it to
upgrade it to
red.
I
Okay.
haven't seen the rest of the story. I have fears with hyper and fast driving.
That's true. A little hyper and fast driving.
He's not just on a little Diet Coke. There might be a little something else going on.
Okay.
If you're Tracy Chapman, fast car might be a plus. She might say green flag.
Tracy would
Tracy.
say green
Tracy.
flag 100%. If we
Tracy
were
spoke of moments like this.
If we were Vin Diesel, this person would be like, green flag.
Immediately, she was family.
KP, if the speed limit is 35, how fast is too fast?
55.
Oh, we fine then. Yeah, we fine. I thought you was about to say 38 or something.
No. I'm fine going fast. I
Okay.
do think that, like, I honestly don't mind the speed. I mind weaving.
Oh, weaving.
to me
Okay.
is like,
That's fair.
it's just scary.
You're
and
right.
I just am like, it's disrespectful. And it, like, kind of sometimes comes off to me like, what are you trying to prove? What's
Yeah.
this power play? Like, what makes you so important? I think there's like ramifications. There's some trickle down stuff here where I go, if you're
Listen.
weaving in and out, you think you're better than somebody else?
Okay.
I don't know.
All
Okay.
right. I'm with you. Let's finish the story. Here
Okay.
we go. He drops me off, and I thank him for a good time. He drops, yeah, I should.
I sense a change in the flag color. Yeah.
He drops, yeah, I shouldn't have done meth this morning when I tease him about his driving. Never went out again. He understood why I wouldn't want to date a meth user. Still sends me
Sure.
cards. Still sends me cards and books on occasion. This is crazy.
I honestly, that is kind of a green flag. He sounds really thoughtful at the end.
This is awesome to be like, he understood. I didn't want to date a meth
Yeah.
user.
Yeah, and he still sends me gifts every once in a while.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit of a red flag, but if she's accepting them, then, by all means. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have done meth. That's a red flag, I think that's a red flag to do meth before a first date.
And in the morning.
It's not good.
That's
Well,
not
there's
good.
no good time
That's
of day.
fair. That's
There's
fair.
no good time
There's
to
no good
do
time of
it.
day, but there are better.
Yeah.
There are better
Yeah.
times.
Let me ask you this, because going back to the beginning of this, they were dating for a few weeks.
A few weeks and you didn't find. Yeah.
This is
He
the
was
first
like-
time you found out he was doing
he was
meth.
letting his colors show.
Were they dating in person?
Doesn't say, but it says the guy and I have been talking for
Been
a few weeks.
talking.
Okay.
When he asked me to go to a secondhand
Okay.
store for shopping.
Interesting.
He picks me up in the morning, and his driving is scary. So apparently this is the first time. Maybe they had been in the car before and stuff, but today his driving was wild.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. He's kind of a beige flag to me still because he goes, I totally understand. No worries.
Yeah.
He said, I know who I am. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Here's some gifts. Keep in touch.
Allow me to push back just a little.
No.
I will say, because I agree with you.
No.
And I try not to shame people for their for substance issues or whatever.
course.
However, I do think him going like, you got me? I was doing meth this morning, and I choose meth over the possibility of this
Absolutely.
relationship.
Yep.
That to me is a little. That's a red flag to me.
That's a red flag in humanity, but just
Yeah.
as a person, he knows what he wants.
That's right. That's right.
And what I'll say, Josh, he didn't even say, all right, you got me. He offered up.
That's right.
I should have done
Yeah.
that. You go, okay, you offered it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it.
I do like this guy.
He
I
could
like
have
this
said
guy.
he
I
could have
kinda like this
lied.
guy.
He could have been like, man, I was kind of sleepy this morning, or he could have just been like, I smoked some weed, but he was like, no, I did meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mething and driving, there's no PSA for it. I think because people know you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
I
Don't
would
do
say
it.
don't do it.
Don't meth and drive.
Don't do it. Don't meth and drive. All right.
All right.
So we got. I guess I'm beige too.
I'm
You're
beige.
I'm also beige. I like
Beige.
a lot of things about this guy.
This says a lot about us. I just
know.
want there because there's a lot of people listening right now who's like red flag, and we're like,
Sure.
give him a chance.
This is the thing though, because this is how statistics lie. Because to me, there aren't that many beige qualities he has. It's just like an equal amount of
That is
red and
true.
green that average out.
He is doing really, really cool, nice things, and then doing uncool
Yeah,
things.
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Should we go to story number
Yeah,
two?
you
Let's
got
see.
another one for
Yep.
us?
I got another one for you. Here we go. I met a guy on an app who was older than me, which is not my usual dating demographic. He worked at Lowe's, and I was in the market for a lawnmower. He wanted to take me out to a nice seafood restaurant in the town he lived in, which isn't that far. He meets me outside with a large bouquet of flowers. I don't think I've ever gotten flowers on a date before, ever in my life. It was sweet. Dinner was fine, nice enough guy. Walking me back to my car, he tells me he has something for me in his trunk. Or his truck.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So-
Very different.
It's different energy.
Very different energies.
See, that's an N, that's a C, not
Yep.
an N.
You don't want to bring trunks into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
situation on a
Just
first
climb
date.
Hey,
in
baby, I
there.
got some. No, look in.
Yeah.
No, just look in. No,
It's
go
like
Further.
that. It must have shifted to the
Deeper.
back rows. Right?
He has something for me in his truck. It's a freaking lawnmower. I politely tell him that I cannot possibly accept such a gift, and he tells me it was a customer return that was checked over, and he also purchased at his employee discount. All right. We're going to stop right there.
dang.
That's not the end of the story. We're going to stop right there. I will throw it to you, Josh.
Yeah.
Green, red, beige. What are you thinking so far?
I think I have to say red, but only because I see too much of myself in this.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, if I worked at Lowe's in the lawnmower department,
You would think
I
that.
would
She
do
needs
this.
I'll
Yeah.
get
And
it.
I think it would be too much of me, but that my natural impulse would be like, hey, why not? I can afford a lawnmower.
Yeah.
She needs a lawnmower. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
But I think other people would find it unnerving of me.
I feel that. I don't know, KP. What this feels like something that only a man would do. Like give a lawnmower.
Saying that though, I do feel like if this was a lesbian relationship,
Oh.
they would be like, now we're off to the races.
We're moving in next
Absolutely.
week. We're moving.
Absolutely.
John Deere's next week.
This is beige to me. It depends a little bit on how much you've been talking, but
Right.
I would ultimately be like, oh, that was too much. I wish instead this person had just been like, how about over the next few weeks I help you find the perfect one? Here's
Yeah.
this one. I did research on this one. Then I'd be like, oh, that's the exact amount you should give.
And when you buy the lawnmower, you're going to use my employee
Of
discount.
course.
Yeah,
we
it's
could do
very
it in
considerate.
person.
Yeah.
You know, I just think there were better ways to do this.
Yeah.
But I struggle to dock points off a person that's really trying to put their heart out
It
there.
was
It's very
really thoughtful.
It's
It was
very
a really thoughtful
thoughtful.
thing. I don't think this is a red flag. I get why it can be a beige flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get why it can be a beige flag. Most parts of me say, yeah, beige flag. It's a little too much.
Yeah.
But then I also think like in certain circles, like if people got a lot of money, like a
He's
lawnmower
an older guy.
is like, maybe a couple $100.
Yeah.
A $200 gift ain't that much for some people.
Uh-huh.
Now, if he's working at Lowe's, it might be a little bit too much for him. I don't know, unless he's the manager or
Right,
something.
right.
But I'm like, maybe in his mind, he's like, this is nothing. This is a gift. This is a fun thing. It's not like a big purchase to him. But to
Yeah.
her, it is a big purchase. So that's why it's too much. And that's where the beige comes in.
And
think that's
some
right.
of the red comes in when you just have to zoom out and like think about have you created a scenario where someone feels indebted?
They're going to
Yeah,
owe you.
for sure.
Have
Yeah.
you created a scenario, whether
That's
it
true.
came from a good place or not,
That's true.
where someone now, if she didn't have a good time on that dinner, is now she going to be like, well, I have to because you got me a lawnmower. And I would never want someone to do that to me. I would never want
Yeah.
someone to feel they have to see me again. So you kind of like protect yourself, protect them by being like, this is just getting to know someone. That's a first date.
Totally.
That's all I have to do.
Because I can see someone going, you don't want to go on a second date? I give you a lawnmower.
Exactly. And you don't want her to feel like, oh God, now I have to like,
Now I have
okay,
to.
should we go to drinks now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there, do I have to talk to you again after this? You're right.
So
You're
it's
right.
beiging.
I owe you a lawnmower's worth of
yes,
company.
yes.
Well, to finish the story,
Okay.
Please.
I tell him that I would be happy to give him my non-working lawnmower because he said he was handy and could possibly fix it. So he has to drive to my house to pick it up because it doesn't fit in my car. I've never ever brought a date home to my house. He did not come inside, thank goodness. Our next date in parentheses, consisted of him joining me on an hour-long trip up to the next major city while I was pulling a dog from an animal shelter for a local rescue. The dude was super nice, but consistently acting like my dad. If it started to sprinkle, he would text me and tell me, please be careful on my way home from work. I've driven in a blizzard before. I can handle sprinkles.
Okay.
Oh, so this took a different kind of turn.
This was a different kind of turn from what I thought this was.
Is this the end?
That's the end. Like,
Okay.
They ended with, I can handle sprinkles.
Okay, I'm pissed. Okay, you don't get to act like, I don't know. I'm like, well, I thought the lawnmower being gifted to you was odd. Then you gave him like homework. You made him come and get another lawnmower.
And then was happy he didn't come inside.
If you're a thoughtful guy, how about you do some more work for me when you've already given me? I go, wait, what?
Yeah.
Now he has to go pick up a lawnmower. And then the next date is he has to go travel an hour and a half to pick up a dog. And then you're like, oh, he's being a little thoughtful with the sprinkle thing. I go, well, you're making him do odd things. So you're making him do some interesting odd things.
Yeah. And then also, if it's raining, somebody just texting, hey, drive safe. Is like,
I got a whole...
this is wild. That's wild to me. Okay.
So I think the issue here is that she's not into him. I think if she was feeling the dynamic more and he texted like, hey, the roads are slippery, get home safe, she would be like, that's sweet.
Yeah.
But when you're not feeling it, you're like, this guy thinks he's my dad. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things of like, that to me is fully neutral. It's just that she's like, oh, I'm already out on this, so it's unpleasant to me, which is her right.
I think they both are red flags.
Yeah.
I think they're both red flags. I think, all right, sure, he was beige for the gift. I don't think she likes him.
Yeah.
I don't think she likes him.
And
she's putting him in a dad position by being like, this older guy who usually I don't like, I got him to fix something for me and go get me a pet. Why the heck is he being my dad? I go, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Also, I've driven in blizzards before too, but I can still crash a car in the rain.
Just to get a little fixed.
It's
Can and have.
It's okay to wish me well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I feel like if the dynamic was better on both sides, lawnmower aside, the rest of it would be like, oh, we're kind of getting to know each other. We're thinking of each other. But like when you don't like someone, anything that could be neutral is like now a negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're bringing in your own things from your own past where maybe, that text could come off pretty annoying if you didn't like the person.
Yeah.
If it's like, and please make sure you bring your shoes in it. Like, those, you can feel those ways. But that's not probably what he was doing.
But if it's like raining and you're like super into someone and they're like, hey, it's raining, I hope you crash your car because you're going to look so hot at your funeral. You'd be like, all right, cool, I'm in.
He's awesome. Yeah, I think they're both a bit red for me. They just are in different spots.
I think this is a person who has either been in a long-term relationship and is no longer in one. Because, like, just certain things, like, I have never, ever brought a date home to my house. Which, like, I'm sure, there are some, but, like, eventually, if you are dating a lot, you eventually bring somebody back to the crib, right?
That's okay.
We clapping the pillow forts in here. But if this person has never brought a date home to the house, our next date, like, this person obviously has a home with a lawnmower and a lawn and stuff, so they feel very independent and, on their own, kind of. So I think this person isn't ready to date.
I think so too. Yeah.
Whether or not this guy's behavior is bad, it's like, you don't like this person.
Yeah.
You can say
and you
no.
might need a little more toes in first. This guy was kind of jumping in of, all right, I'll take care of everything.
I'll
and
take
you
care
didn't
of
like
you.
that. That's fine.
Like that,
Well, I mean,
that's okay.
he needs that lawnmower. He's going to need it for his burial plot soon. He's, from what it sounds like,
He's ancient.
the oldest man at Lowe's invited
He's the
him
oldest man at
for a
Lowe's.
seafood dinner.
Yeah, that's why he got a good employee discount. He's been there since it opened.
He's Mr. Lowe.
This is Mr. Lowe himself. All right, well, listen, there it is. So, final verdict on, I just say red flag
They're
all the way
beigey
through.
red.
Let's go red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to count something as a red flag if it's wrong for you.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's fair.
Yep.
That is fair. That is fair. That is fair. Well, you know what? These have been dating stories.
Wow.
It happened one night.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so qualified to keep giving dating advice.
Me too.
I really like it.
But I think it's time for us to turn on in and dream about better dates.
Yes.
Better dates and better days. So, KP, Josh, this has been beautiful. But I'm getting a little sleepy, and to help our listeners fall asleep too, maybe we do some Goodnights ASMR style. Does that sound right?
Sounds like a great idea.
All right, go ahead. Somebody kick us off.
I'll kick us off. And this feels very natural to me, by the way. I like doing it.
Yes.
I like hearing the reverb of my own mouth sounds.
It's a beautiful night. You're next to a crackling fireplace. A wind blows in the trees outside your bedroom window. Is this nice or is this scary? Good night.
I'm gonna play some music. I'm listening to some music. Dude. It's time for sleep. Good night.
I'm gonna roll around a bunch of beads.
I'm gonna stretch, and my knees are bad, so they're gonna pop.
Gently rub my facial hair against the pillow as I turn over to the cool side.
Yes.
I'm gonna like whip the blanket to get it all nice and arranged.
I'm gonna turn the TV off.
I love that program.